Hey guys, Sean here. As you can see, the original intro to this video did not record. This is me in my hotel room right now in Boston, making a makeshift one for you guys. So this video is clearly about Mousesports on Nuke, and as you can see on the screen around me somewhere, it shows their 7 most recent LAN games on Nuke. Undefeated, right? So this is a huge component of them entering the bracket stage right now in the major, so I wanted to talk a little bit about what makes them successful on TSide Nuke. So without further ado, I'm going to break down a very loose default that they run. So there's a lot of options and audibles that can run off of it. I'm going to go over maybe 1 or 2 examples of that. And yeah, you guys should probably look forward to seeing it against FaZe in particular because they'll likely pick them out. So yeah, let's hop into it.
Okay guys, so by far my favorite Mousesports T-side strat on Nuke is this really crazy, hectic wall of smoke pushed to CT spawn while taking secret, while having a heavy lobby presence by Rops. So we're going to see they're going to throw wall of smoke directly out of spawn, jump throws. Oscar is going to be the solo man that goes down into secret. You can see Sunny lining up this flashbang right here that he throws that allows him to push into the warehouse. Sticko goes through his own catwalk smoke. Chris J has the bomb, ends up lurking towards the connector. And you can see Rops, who actually was in lobby, blew up the door, threw a smoke in front of the door, and is now gone a little bit passive in the lobby. Oscar, hard lurking lower, ends up coming back up the vent, but you can't always expect something like that in such a crazy shot. So let's break it down and look at it a little bit slower, because this is way more complex than I made you think the first time around. So yeah, pay close attention to the flashbang timings, and the timings of, in particular, Sticko and Sunny, as well as the flashbang from Chris J, as they head towards outside. So here they come towards outside. I'm going to slow it down a lot here so that we can take a look at it. So the wall smoke is on the way. Sunny running up. Speed it up slightly. So Sticko's lining up his smoke for catwalk right now. You can see him behind Twinkie. Chris J is going to stop. He was part of one of the people that threw that wall of smoke. You see he's throwing a flash into garage as Sunny's flash that goes off that wall goes into garage as well. Sunny is coming out looking into the connector because he thinks that anyone in garage is going to be blind from Chris J's flash. With that, Sticko is going through a catwalk smoke with his own flashbang, which won't blind Sunny. There's a lot of weird little flashes and timings that they've worked out perfectly while moving across outside. And you might think this is insanely scrimmy, and honestly it kind of is, but they're putting so much pressure across the entire map that it's very difficult to find a particular area and take that gunfight. Because if you played garage, you'd likely get blind. If you played somewhere staring at catwalk, you'd likely get blind. The only real spot that would be able to get a kill and run away is probably deep CT spawn. And if that was the case, they might just audible and go into a mini. I'm sure they have tons of audibles off of this, depending on where kills happen and who's where. Like if Oscar gets killed by 2 people in secret, they'd probably quick take upper. So they probably have a lot of pre-planned things. Let's go back one more time here, and we're gonna look and see Rops' route in lobby, because his presence in lobby sets them up on this map so well. He's such a strong lobby lurker. So he basically comes into lobby and he uses quick switch binds to get these nades off really quick. So he smokes, or he nades, smokes, and then he waits behind the molly, spams. But it's really important to know how he smokes because it doesn't get put out by that Molotov. Most people that would smoke in front of the door, they wouldn't be able to get that smoke off because it's very difficult. And notice how he hard clears that angle and gets that kill, immediately falls back because he knows that there's going to be additional pressure. Honestly, watching Rops lurk lobby is a treat, and I can't wait to see him do it at the major. He's always successful when he does it. His angles that he holds around the door and lobby entrance make it very, very difficult to push lobby as CTs. And when he thinks that you are going to push lobby, he will ask for a teammate to be in lobby with him. Mousesports defaults are way more complex than this one strat, but this one strat has a lot of success for them. So keep looking out for that. I'm going to show you how they ran the same exact thing several times throughout this tournament. And in my opinion, Nuke is a large reason why they were able to get second place. You can see they literally won it against, I think, every opponent they played at ECS Finals. So it's going to play a large factor in whether Mousesports advances to the later stages of this tournament. So yeah, let's hop in the next game now. Okay, so here we have that same tournament, ECS Finals, where Astralis is now playing Mousesports, and we're going to see something very similar. We're going to see Sunny. You can see he's heading towards outside. Goes through the smoke with Chris J's flash. Immediately kills the guy connector. Same crosshair placement as before. Dupree's still playing outside at this point. Ends up killing Sunny there. And you can see instead of pushing immediately, there's an audible. There's an entire change in the strat. Before Sticko was planning on going through that. Now he's not. Now Chris J and Oscar are going to continue downstairs. Rop's taking ramp. And Sticko stays outside now as a lurk. And you can see the difference in how Mouse is reacting to the other team. They have a set idea. If everything goes according to plan, they're going to stick to that set idea. But if they're given a different look and you try to anti-strat this default, they have preset things that they run through. And you can see that as you watch them on the map. And they're very, very comfortable. So let's take a look at how Rops reacted on this particular round, because he played a large part in the fact that they won it. So we're going to go back here and we're going to watch Rops, how he lurks lobby on this round, how he gets those 2 kills, lurks into ramp, and then we can go on to the next opponent. So again, ooh, slight fumble of the nades, blows up the door though. There's smoke. And now he's immediately heading towards ramp. Sunny gets the kill outside. He assumes that the ramp player would rotate now, which is a great assumption to make in a round like this. He knows that Astralis is going to hard rotate towards outside, takes advantage of that by entering ramp. Again, I can't say enough how impressed I am with Rops and his knowledge of just positioning, feel for the game, particularly in this role. He's phenomenal as the lobby lurker on this map. So here's below heaven, and his teammates are in the lower bomb site right now. So literally, he's on a rogue mission right now below heaven. And the round is literally already won, by the way. 4-on-2 team has secured the lower bomb site at this point. And let's go on to the next team. Okay, guys, and here we have the final match of that ECS tournament for Mousesports against FaZe on Nuke. They end up winning this map. But you can see them try this tactic on FaZe, and it doesn't work out so well. Clearly, FaZe has an idea of what they're going for. And Molly behind, Rain spamming. Guardian rotates to heaven immediately and is holding the smoke for the jump through. Gets that easy kill on Sunny. Sticko knows not to go through that smoke at that point. Mouse audibles by going down into secret yet again, although there's a Molly there. So they have to wait a second. Then I go 3 people into secret. Rops is trying to take ramp again solo, but this time Olafmeister has stayed ramp. So you can see that FaZe is a little bit more difficult to do this kind of shenanigans to. They're playing this round fundamentally like perfect, actually. They're playing this round perfectly. And now Rops knows he has to go back and lurk outside. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Mousesports reacts to this kind of situation this time around against FaZe. Because if it weren't for a tremendous CT half, they likely would have struggled a little bit more in this match. But with that being said, I mean, Mousesports typically does have really good CT halves on Nuke. So we should expect that out of them. But they are aware that FaZe likely knows what they like doing on this map. And they probably are aware that FaZe thinks that they'll pick this map. So keep that in mind when you watch this match at the major. And let's see how both teams react given these 4 smokes outside. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. I'm going to run through the smokes one by one that Mousesports throws, because people always ask me to show them the smoke. So let's do that real quick for you in the video. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm just going to run through the smokes really quick. I think Chris J and Oscar throw the wall of smoke outside. I believe Sunny might throw the close smoke. Not too sure about that. I know Sticko throws the catwalk smoke. So we're going to quickly run through them all. I guess first we'll hop over to Oscar since he's going to throw this first. He just runs into the back of this truck bed and then just aims right there in that corner and jump throws the smoke. Chris J looks at this pole right after the truck, and his very easy as well. You just aim at that little area on Twinkie, and again, just a simple jump throw. Sunny is the one just throwing a simple smoke off of the fence outside. You can see it just literally bounces off the fence and goes to block the vision of anyone holding from warehouse. Sticko comes up top right here, looks at the wheel, and again, yet another jump throw smoke. He's going to aim at that bar jump throw, and that one's going to go on top of the catwalk outside. So let's just quickly look at where all the smokes go. So together, we have this smoke, and then Sticko's smoke is all the way for catwalk. Okay? And probably the most important thing other than these smokes are Chris's flash to garage right there. It's just a really simple flash. It's just literally winging it every time. Sticko underhanding a flash as he goes through this catwalk smoke. If the situation is right, though, it's very important that you're reacting correctly if you're this guy going through the catwalk smoke. If Sunny dies like that, you don't want to just run through that smoke and just die immediately, because you will die. You will die if Sunny's dead in the strat, so keep that in mind. It takes a massive amount of knowledge about rotations and where CTs should be. So yeah, good luck, guys, and looking forward to see how both these teams play at the major. Cool, peace.